It is time. Let's talk update. We just had update 1.5. Now, it is causing some issues at the moment, so bear with them. There's been a couple crashes. There's been a couple things that it did cause. A couple people loading or not loading the game up. It will just sit at like 86%. Bear with them. That's, an issue with an update. It sometimes causes more problems. They'll fix that. And there actually was another hot fix today, the day after the update went live. And that added some other things, little stuff for inputs for steering wheels and some other stuff. Could have fixed some of the other problems. Not 100% sure on that. They didn't say anything about it. It is what it is. So, update. I am testing manure right now. I am working on it. It is going to take some months. So, yeah. I have ran about a year, I think, so far. I've switched pens. I had one over there. It wasn't working when the update happened. So I sold it, bought a new one, tested it, let it run for about 6 months. It kept filling up, which before it stopped. Then emptied it, and now I'm emptying it every time to see if it still maintains after a while. So things are going to be happening in the background. Big things that came out with the update. Bouncing equipment shouldn't be a thing anymore. I've noticed that it still bounces, which is fine because of the environment. So it bounces correctly. Also, equipment shouldn't be stuck in the ground in general. So this thing was stuck in the ground before the update. After the update, I loaded it and not stuck anymore. Just tipped over, which is fine. You can get equipment still stuck in the ground. If you stab the forks into the ground, yes, it will get stuck and it will cause the vehicle to go crazy. I have screenshots of me attempting it, and yes, it worked. It is what it is. It's going to happen if you try. It shouldn't happen by just placing it down on the ground, though, which is exactly what we need. Biggest thing, FPS on consoles is now 60 if you want it. Performance mode is now an option. Xbox Series S or Xbox Series S is not involved. They're going to stay at 30 FPS. Xbox Series X and PS5 regular, they are going to have the option for performance mode. I have mine on. The game runs a lot smoother, which is great. I don't care. I don't notice any change, anything really different besides the smoothness. Just kind of jumping between vehicles, zooming in, zooming out. It just feels better. It feels like it should. So, not having 30 FPS, yeah, definitely feels a lot better. I'm just jumping through vehicles. We're going to skip a day and keep checking on this manure. So, in the middle of testing things as I was going, but I'm trying to do as much as I can with the time I have. So, yeah. More realistic bouncing for vehicles is fine. Mowers seem to be working. I did check with a couple different types of mowers as well as the MacDon. The MacDon still has that little bit of flutter, but it doesn't skip pieces, which is the main thing. It doesn't get stuck. They said harvester headers like corn headers that were getting stuck shouldn't be happening either. We'll see. Who knows? Let's check the dog. All right, we can fill the bowl. That's great. Let's go to first person. Can we pick up the ball? Yep. We still cannot throw the ball. Not an option. We can drop the ball. That's about it. That's fine. The dog doesn't even react to it because it's not getting thrown. It's just being dropped. So playing fetch is not a thing still. All right. Fair enough. I guess they didn't fix that. Settings bug. Still a problem. I am scrolling down right now. It will not let me go any further. They did fix it in the last patch or a couple patches ago. I think 1.3 fixed it. But it is back. I can go up, I can go down, and it stops me at traffic. Now, I can scroll all the way around and then go back down, and it works. So it's just a little UI glitch. I don't know what's the deal. As soon as it's fixed, it will do it under general settings as well. But obviously, once you scroll around, it won't do it anymore. So it is what it is. It's just a little bug. Hopefully, they fix it. I'm noticing on my screen, my game is very green compared to what is being recorded. I'm going to have to look into that. Don't know if that is something that's just rendered a little bit different or the color is just different. My screen is very green. That almost looks grayish green. Interesting. The snow effect, or pollen. I think it's supposed to be pollen. It looks like it's snowing. I hate it. I hope they take it out of the game for months like August, where it shouldn't be. By the way, I just skipped a day. There is no manure. I just fed these guys. They should have full food. Granted, I did have no food in there a second ago, but after no manure, you should be getting manure. So, they might not have fixed manure. Yeah, 0. My thing is not full. We'll skip one more day and see what happens. Glad I was doing this at the time of recording. All right, next day, pollen is still coming down. Annoying, no manure. Okay, so manure is not fixed. 2 days later, you should be getting manure, no manure. Animals are perfectly healthy, perfectly fine, plenty of food. We got slurry, we got straw in there. You should have manure. No manure. So, manure is not fixed. It was working for a while. You might think it's fixed, but over a year, it is eventually not going to be fixed. Unfortunate. Really would like manure to be working. Have some ideas. Water splashing is now a thing. It is more of a effect. It just kind of happens. Not bad. I'm glad they added something. I like it. It does the job, and that's the simple things that like needed to be done. Unfortunately, they did not take the same criteria to everything else in the game besides yourself. This boat does not have ripples. It is clearly moving. It is a barge. It is moving. It is no ripples. It has no splashing. It has nothing really going on. Interesting. I wish they would have at least looked into that. Added some, if they're going to add, you know, something in the water, might as well add it for the boats as well. Only makes sense on a map around a river. No? Okay. One other thing I noticed is that I don't know if it was there originally. I can't tell if it came with this update. I don't think it was there, but I couldn't be sure. When you click on any vehicle, say you're going to your mods at the bottom of the list, they're always at the bottom. You go to them, you click on one, you got 2 you're looking at, you know, you don't know which one you want. You click on one, you're going through, you know, checking what it is, checking whatever it can do with mods. You back out, go to look at the other one. It brings you all the way back up to the front of the page. I don't know if it did that originally. I don't believe it did, though. I believe it kept you right on whatever you were on. I hope that goes back to that if that was the case. I can't remember 100%. I probably can find it in an old video and be like, yeah, I definitely didn't do that. But I'm not 100% sure from my memory my memory's horrible. So when you click on something, just expect to go back to the top of the page. Very annoying. It is what it is. Nothing crazy. They did add a couple things, a small cement factory. It's nothing crazy. It's the same as a cement factory, just 10% less, just like all the other small businesses. Other than that, the main thing was 60 FPS. Having 60 FPS on consoles is huge. It should have been like that from the beginning, but that's okay. We got it. And obviously, PC players, you've had it. You've had higher than that. We understand. The game looks good. I don't know if they changed anything. It looks a little bit brighter. On my screen, though, it doesn't look as bright. And I'm wondering if there is a issue with one of my cords not picking up color correctly, or it's a... it might be a camera issue. Not 100% sure. I'll have to look into that. Definitely different between the two screens. Anyways, that's going to do it for this one. It's a small update. Well, actually, it's a big update. There's a lot of technical stuff that happens in the background. But for things that actually happen, there may be 5 or 6. Most people are not going to see a difference. Performance mode is here, and thank you. Other than that, if you have any bugs or anything that's coming up, anything that you see I haven't gotten to yet, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you guys are finding out, because I'm only one person, and there are a lot of you. So, if you see anything, let me know. And yeah, we'll keep running through this and see how much we can make this game better. I report things to Giants if I find anything. I always send it off to Giants. But let me know if you see anything. I'll try to duplicate it and send it on their way. So I appreciate you guys coming. And hanging out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.